Hey, my name is Mihao, and look what I have here. This is called the Atomic Briefcase, and in just a few minutes, I'll show you how this crazy looking briefcase will expose the one staggering secret to having sex with as many beautiful women as you want. I'm also going to show you how you've been tricked by women into doing the wrong thing, trying to make them like you and want to date you, which is why it has almost never worked for you. It wasn't supposed to. You learn the number one thing you're doing wrong when you talk to women that instantly fries any attraction she might feel for you and leaves you paralyzed in the friend zone forever. And finally, I'm going to show you a powerful and funny example of how to talk to a woman in a way that makes her want to fuck you as fast as possible, and you'll be able to do this without buying her a bunch of drinks or wasting money on dates. Be sure to watch this whole thing right now because I don't know how long I'll keep this presentation online or how long it'll be free of charge to watch because I've put a lot of work into this and it's taken me a long time to figure out. So watch now while you still can. Now listen, I know there's a lot of stuff out there about how to pick up girls, or how to talk to girls, or how to trick girls into liking you, but this is nothing like that. You may think you have tried it all and seen it all, but I guarantee that you have never seen anything like this before. And I promise, what I'm about to reveal to you about women has never been taught before, and one tip in particular will totally shock you. It's my personal favorite, and it's coming up in just a few minutes. First, I'm going to share a story with you that's pretty embarrassing. You'll see why in just a moment. In fact, there was one part that was so embarrassing that I never wanted to show my face in public again after it happened. So keep watching because this is about to get good. Deal? I wasn't always a dating expert, and I certainly wasn't always a guy you'd see with tons of women around him all the time. In fact, years ago, I was absolutely horrible with women. When I was in my 20s, I dated a new woman once every 2 years, and most of them were only first dates. To say that I sucked with women would be the understatement of the year. I was so skinny that I looked anorexic. I had pasty white skin that made me look sick and unhealthy. The only women I could date were the ones who happened to like me. I had no choice in the matter. When I hit my late 20s, I lucked out and met a woman who liked me just enough to give me a chance. After we dated a short while, I asked her to marry me because I was afraid I'd end up losing her just like all the others. To my total surprise, she said yes, and I made sure we got married as fast as humanly possible. Because honestly, I was worried she'd change her mind. But the problem was that I was still totally naive with women, including my wife. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know how to be engaging, interesting, and attractive. So she cheated on me multiple times and finally left me. Catching her red-handed didn't help me keep her or get me out of my mental decline. I can't tell you how crappy it felt to watch my own marriage slowly slip away right before my own eyes, and there was nothing I could do to stop it. I knew I needed to change something, but I didn't know what something was because women never revealed the real reason why they left. Like nothing you do works to make them want to be with you. And at this point in my life, I thought things couldn't get worse, although they were about to. Once I became involuntarily single again, I couldn't get a date for another 2 years. That's when I got fed up and began looking for answers online. It wasn't long before I discovered all these pickup artist guys on the internet and I started learning everything I could from them. After all, these were guys who promised the magic keys to attracting all the women I could ever want. So of course, I wanted to do whatever they told me. In fact, I was so clueless and desperate that I bought this thing called the Atomic Briefcase that I showed you earlier in the video. It's a clear, lucite briefcase that I found online and imported from Japan. The reason why I bought this thing was because these pickup artists told me that I needed to do something called peacocking. Just like male peacocks draw attention to themselves with their colorful feathers, guys draw attention to themselves by wearing cool clothing or having weird accessories that stand out and get women to notice them and come talk to them. Well, that sounded pretty good to me because women almost never noticed me. So I decided that I was going to be the brightest, most neon shit in the entire room so women had to notice me. And that's where I bought this crazy briefcase and filled it with glow sticks. Believe it or not, I used to actually bring this thing to bars and nightclubs with me. I would even keep my portable PlayStation in there so I could show girls pictures of how cool I was. And you know what? Here is the crazy part. It worked. Girls did notice me, but now I had another problem. You see, lots of girls in the clubs wanted to talk to me just to see what this guy with the briefcase was all about, but I still had nothing interesting to say to them. And so once the novelty of the atomic briefcase got used up, the women would quickly excuse themselves, walk away, and go talk to some other guy. And once again, I was standing there alone, holding my stupid fucking briefcase, wondering why women weren't into me. All I wanted was to know how to make women want to date me and sleep with me. I wanted this so bad. And you know what? I know you want that for yourself too. I knew that I was in a position where I needed to change, but one thing had to happen before I really got it. And pay attention because this is the crucial part of the story.